Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are here with XDefiant. There's a lot to catch up on. Look, I've just been out and I've had a lot of family issues, so I had to take a bit of a break. That obviously family's the most important thing. You got to get the house right before you can get everything else right. But look guys, we have a lot to cover. There's been a lot of stuff going on about XDefiant, and I just have to give my thoughts and opinions on this, and let me know down in the comments what you think of all these thoughts and opinions. Now, with Black Ops 6 beta being out, people probably jumping ship. We've a lot to go through. If you are new or a returning viewer, hit the like, hit the sub, get involved. Let me know what you currently think of XDefiant, the situation that it finds itself in. And if you've been playing Black Ops and jumped onto Black Ops and then switched back over to XDefiant, let me know what you think of either or and how you've been getting on with the beta. My review of that game will be coming. I have my own thoughts on the Black Ops 6 beta, kind of where that came from and what's going on with that. But we're going to break down some of the stuff from XDefiant. Once again, I want to be as positive as I can about this game, but there's still a lot of issues since we've got like new maps like Rockefeller. There's a lot of things that still needs to be addressed, and this is probably issues that caused the game to go where it is. Look, as you can see here, still a lot of stuff going on. Massive frame drops when trying to kill an enemy. The movement feels worse than before. Netcode is still instantly bad. I died behind walls or objects almost every other gunfight. Queue times are slow for pubs and ranked. Maps were glitching out. You know, I had to re-verify my game files because there's a bug where the game will consistently switch between MNK and controller without it. And then he does go on to say, tries to help out here, Mark Rubin does, to say, look, you know, rename your game files to XDefiant old. This will clear out all your settings but may fix the preference issues. Like, it's a small little fix, but if you have to go to this extent to try balance the game out so you're not fighting against the game, it's a really big issue. And these are the things that drive players away from this game and has the game in the state that it's currently in. And it's sad to see, because as an arcade shooter, it is good. When it's good, it is good, man. You can play for hours, and I want to get onto that topic of playing for hours. This is my big thing as well. I wanted to circle back to it. But he does go on to give some more insight about the game overall. He gives us some updates on where the game is going to be when Season 2 drops. Now, we're on the cusp of Season 2. We're on the verge of seeing what all these changes and what the hype is all about, and can this game be saved? And we're going to break down some of that information. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it as well. But let me know if you're still finding these issues present in XDefiant, and how frequently are they? Look, they go on to ask, look at Mark, I haven't played XDefiant in a bit, but I have some advice to bring people back, create more in-game rewards and challenges for people to grind like old CODs, grinding for kill medals, challenge calling cards. You know, 100% give the people the grind rewards. That's 100% something we're addressing. I really believe in Mark and the XDefiant team. I really hope they can pull it together and do something amazing. I just think for now, I'm not interested in playing too much, because the lack of progression and most skins are super lackluster right now. Still fun though. We're working to fix that. I totally understand that, but working to fix it, like, they're at the point where they probably should front load their content. Just get all the stuff that you probably have ready for Season 4 and 5, or even the end of Season 3, and push this forward and give us something to grind for. And those daily challenges, like, expand on them and make them a little bit longer, that take a lot more time to do, like quadruple or do it 5 times over for the amount that we need for it, that allow us to grind for certain weapons and camo skins and whatever else is in there, because you need to throw everything at this right now to keep this game around. Also, another one comes in and say, question Mark, how is the abilities in bomb gonna work? Can we use one per round as is normal? I feel like people would just keep spamming throughout the round. At first it's normal, but we're already looking to make it once per life/round. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. I mentioned this in a previous video about the echelon, about, you know, certain characters like in this game that just cannot be spammed that you find in a normal game, and it's going to be a shit show if that is the case. I hope that they can fix that before, you know, we get the launcher bomb that is one ability per life per round, but it doesn't seem to be that's the case. So we're gonna have to see how that works. Now, on to the big news. XDefiant getting shut down. This is a big one. Look, obviously this article came out according to several sources at Ubisoft San Francisco has until the end of Season 3 of XDefiant to improve the game's bleak player numbers. XDefiant was all the buzz. It basically hit over 8 million players. You know, in the first 2.5 hours, it hit 1 million. Executives were thrilled at the title, and it helped out with obviously their quarter. But as it comes into the next quarter, after 2025, It's just 6 weeks from Q1's financial report. Ubisoft HQ wants the player numbers to increase by season 3, or XDefiant risks losing its much needed post-launch support. Initially optimism for the game has shifted primarily due to the game's continuously declining player numbers and lack of spending. One source told me that the game has been struggling to obtain 20,000 players currently across all platforms, where another said that Ubisoft will probably be happy with that number, suggesting how much it's much lower now. Like, I need to expand on this. You know, we're talking about a dying game. Look at Concord that just happened. Like, that game just got pulled off the shelf immediately. Didn't even hit 1,000. And if we're under 20,000, we could even call it 10,000. You know, it seems like it's probably going to go down the line that it'll probably get the wool pulled from underneath it, get the carpet pulled from underneath it, whatever way you want to call it. And I just think it's just due to the lack of replayability. I think the gameplay is great, but if you're just in here for the gameplay in this day and age, it doesn't suit. It really doesn't suit. Back when, you know, the OG Modern Warfare 1, 2 and 3 were out, yeah, that's fine, but they had tons of challenges, absolutely tons of challenges to do within the game. I remember Misery Loves Company, getting my red tiger, blue tiger, and this is what this kind of game is based around, so that's why I'm referencing COD. But this game has nothing, and the microtransactions are way too expensive. The community were crying out for that very early on. There was no camos in the game. There was no skins for your operators in the games to grind for, to unlock. There's nothing, you know. The playability is something in itself to come back for, but if you've nothing else to do in the game other than playability, it's a pick up and play for an hour and then you move on to the main game that you want to play. This is like in a meantime game, and they don't want this game to be an in the meantime game. They want players to solely play this game for the majority of their gaming time because they're enjoying it, and they want to do it like Call of Duty. Look, Call of Duty is the blueprint for players to keep on playing. I think the skill-based matchmaking is absolutely a big plus for this game. The lack of content, the in-game issues is just its own demise, really. It really is. And the quality of the game is really there. Maps are beautiful. The weapons feel good. Listening to the community, communicating with the community. All of these things are there. But without a game that's functioning correctly and has a good setup for its player base to want to come back, you've got really nothing. Yeah, you've really got nothing, and it's sad to hear that, because I feel like this game is needed. It's needed to create, you know, diversity within this type of game style. You know, Call of Duty does need some sort of competition to kind of pull from, go, oh hey, a game over here is doing something pretty cool, maybe we can have our spin on it, and then vice versa. If Call of Duty bring out something pretty cool, games like XDefiant can look and go, maybe we can put our spin on it. So, you know, competition breeds more and more success, and they bounce off each other. As much as we don't think they do, they really do. Games do it, companies do it, everybody does it. Innovation is key in these areas, but it's really sad to see, because I think the game does deserve a little bit more time, but unfortunately with the lack of content, with the lack of playability after a while, games do die nowadays. Concord is the #1 example. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm happy to be back. I'm looking forward to speaking to all you guys. Let me know what you think about Concord. Let me know what you're thinking about the recent Black Ops 6 beta that you played, if you have played it. Let me know all your thoughts. Am I missing anything? Let me know in the comments. But look, I appreciate you. Could have watched any other video. You chose this one. And I'll catch you on the next one.